Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome back to our Surah series where we are exploring the Quran's wisdom and applying its guidance to our daily lives in the modern society. So, today we are going to discuss Surah Al-Kafiroon, which is a very powerful declaration of faith, identity, and religious boundaries. So, this surah is a direct rejection of compromise in faith, and it teaches us how to maintain our Islamic identity in a diverse world that we are living in, having multiplicity of religion and multiplicity and diverse culture that we have, and we can see every day, right? So, how to respond to pressure to change our beliefs? You might have come across some such kind of pressures also, and why Islam promotes peaceful coexistence, while maintaining firm faith in the religion. So this surah is often recited in Salah by the Prophet Muhammad to reinforce sincerity in the worship. So let's explore the background and the themes and the lessons, and we'll also understand how to apply the message from this surah in the present day world that we are living in. And we live with, that Islamic belief, upholding that faith in this diverse religious culture which is prevailing. So let's look at the background and the revelation context. See, Surah Al-Kafiroon is a Makkah surah which is revealed when Prophet faced increasing pressure from Qurayshis to compromise his belief. The Qurayshi leaders offered him a deal. It's like, let's worship your God for 1 year and you worship our God for another 1 year. So they hoped that by blending Islam with idol worship, they could keep their political and social power intact, and they want Prophet Muhammad also to drag into this idol worship. And this surah was Allah's direct response. Islam is non-negotiable, and the lesson from this surah is actually Islam promote tolerance but not compromise in matters of faith, and there is no concept of multiple gods, and there is no such idol worship which is permitted in Islam. So say, oh disbelievers, I do not worship what you worship. Okay, so anyway, if you look at the overall meaning of Surah Al-Kafirun, the verse here which is important is, I do not worship what you worship, nor do you worship what I worship. So this surah draws a clear line between belief and disbelief, or believers and the disbelievers, or the non-believers. Muslim worship Allah alone, one God, and there is no concept of idol worship, no partners. So Allah is without partners. And disbelievers follow their own paths, and that is completely different. So faith is again, of course, a personal choice, but Islam does not force belief. Okay, so for you is your religion, and for me is my religion. So this verse again establishes freedom of religion. When we talk about our fundamental rights, we talk about freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of faith, and other things. So Islam, in fact, Quran is directly, conveying the same message. If you look at this verse, for you is your religion, and for me is my religion. What does this indicate? This indicate the freedom of faith, the freedom of religion, and Islam establishes freedom of religion much before various other constitutions also. So Islam does not impose faith upon others. No, no, it's your belief, it's your religion, it's my belief, it's my religion, and I believe in Allah, you believe in other gods or multiple gods or idols. That's not, something which I need to interfere with. Islam does not impose upon others. Islam, of course, help you to come in the righteous path, but that doesn't mean that Islam is, enforcing the religion upon you. You have your religion. Okay. So the key themes, if you see in this surah, is Islam does not compromise on Tawheed, that the monotheism. So that's again very important. Worship on single God, belief in single God. There is no brothers or sisters for Allah. There is no partners for Allah, and there is no son for Allah. So all these are not true, and there is no concept of idol worship. I do not worship what you worship. That's the verse. So the Quraysh leaders wanted a middle ground, right? So, but Islam is not about customization or negotiation. It is unbreakable faith and unshakable faith when it comes to Allah. So the Prophet was commanded to completely reject their offer. So the key lesson here is we should respect other beliefs, but at the same time, you never compromise, you never dilute our faith to fit into that. You don't want to look for a middle path that's not there. There is only one path and there is only one destination, that's Allah. So Islam teaches the peaceful coexistence. There are multiple beliefs, there are multiple religions, there may be multiple gods also, as you say, but peaceful coexistence in this diverse culture is what matters. Your belief is your belief, my belief is my belief, my religion is my religion, and your religion is your religion. So Islam does not impose its faith on you. And you are not allowed to compromise in core beliefs also. So you don't want to find a middle path, which is not possible in Islam. There is only one God. There is no idol worship. There is no partners for Allah. So your destination is only at one place. So if you look at again this freedom of religion and no force in faith, that's again one of the most important pillar that you see in our constitution also. If you look at many nations and countries constitution, the freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of faith is there. But much before, it was granted by Islam. For you is your religion and for me is my religion. What does this mean? It's simply, that's exactly what the modern day constitution also talk about. And Islam does not believe in forced conversion. There is no such concept. La ikra fid din. So no compulsion in religion. So that's what Surah Al-Baqarah is talking about. It's again reinforcing the concept that there is no such concept of forced conversion. So la ikraha fid din. Okay, so the Prophet was not sent to force belief upon you, but to deliver the message of Allah. So many mistakenly believe that Prophet came here for the purpose of forceful conversion. That's not the case. It's only to deliver the messages of Allah, and those who accept, those who want to come in the righteous path, they will come with you. It's not that you are imposing upon someone or if you are forcing on someone, right? So what's the key lesson? Dawah, that means inviting to Islam, should be done with wisdom and respect. You are only delivering the good messages of Allah. You are helping others. That's your responsibility. That's your duty to come in a righteous path. Islam is all about justice. Islam is all about fairness. Islam is all about fraternity, the brotherhood. Islam is all about compassion and being kind to others and being, right in all means. So Islam is talking about that, and that message is what delivered, and it's not about forcing someone to come into this religion. If someone refuse Islam, we do not fight against him, or we won't hate him also. We leave them to their beliefs. Even there is a very famous statement of Mahatma Gandhi also, when if I want to talk about Indian context, there were a lot of issues which is going on against this cow slaughter. So Mahatma Gandhi once stated that I'm a Hindu and I believe in Hindu beliefs and other things. I do not eat cow. I do not kill cow. But see, my brothers, other brothers, if they eat so, I don't want to kill them because I cannot force upon them. It's their choice. It's their belief. I request them not to slaughter cow. But even if they do so, I won't kill them because human beings are more important. Something like this is almost it's not exactly the same, but again, he also talking about this coexistence of multiple religion, coexistence of multiple faith and choices and beliefs. So here Islam is also talking about the same. Modern day constitutions also talking about the same. Way back, Allah delivered the same message to Prophet also in Quran. So if you look at this, again, it's drawing a firm line between belief and disbelief. This verse, if you see, nor do I worship what you worship, nor do you worship what I worship. So that again telling you that my religion is my religion and your religion is your religion. You worship your God, I worship my God. I'm not going to impose anything upon you. So this verse again repeating the separation between the two faith. That's again emphasizing the finality. Faith is a personal commitment that we hold in our mind, and no one can have one foot in Islam and one foot out. There is no possibility that you can find a middle path. When it comes to material world and other things, then we try to talk about being material on one side and spiritual on other side and trying to balance between that and finding a middle path. But that's not possible when it comes to belief alone. You cannot hold one foot on Allah's side or in Islam and the other on the other side, and finding a middle path is not possible. If you believe in Allah, your ultimate destination is Allah, and there is only one way. So we must have a very clear clarity in our faith. Never, ever mix Islam with such kind of false ideologies coming with, idol worship or human worship or all these things. Okay, so even if society changes, there you might have seen a lot of evolutions and changes which is happening again when it comes to Islam, because of the evolution of society and mixing up with other cultures also. But you have to stay firm on your belief, and that's Allah, and Allah is alone, and Allah is one. Okay, so the ziyarat and other things that you see, that's not actually allowed in Islam. Let's talk about that in detail later. Now, what are the key lessons which you can learn from this Surah Al-Kafirun? Stand firm, extremely firm on your faith. We live in a world where Muslims are pressurized to compromise. Many dimensions, many aspects, because of the influence of many religions and because of the influence of many material aspects. But this surah teaches us to respectfully decline anything that contradicts our beliefs. So you need to be firm on your faith and your belief on Allah. You cannot compromise, and you have to respectfully, this is a word that I would like to use. You have to respectfully decline anything that contradicts our faith, our belief, and our religion. You cannot make any compromise. Second, respect differences without compromising. See, we talk about tolerance. Tolerance is not equal to compromise. There is multiple religions. The coexistence is what we consider as tolerance. That doesn't mean we compromise ourselves to be part of them. No. So compromise and tolerance are not the same. Compromise is something different and have different meaning. We compromise our belief and faith. No, tolerance means, yes, we do exist together. We respect other beliefs, but doesn't mean that we dilute our belief. We respect other religion, but do not adopt or participate in their worship, or not going to mix our religion with their religion. Islam is based on clear, absolute truth. So Islam is not a flexible ideology. You cannot, I told you, it's the divine truth from Allah. There is only one destination, that's Allah. There is only one goal that we all have, that to reach Allah. So there is only one belief and faith that we carry without any kind of compromise or dilution. So a believer's heart must be fully committed to Tawheed. That's the oneness of Allah. That's the monotheism. And there is no concept of idol worship at any kind of situation. There is no belief, no worship on anything else other than Allah. Perfect. So again, freedom of religion is an Islamic principle. It's the modern day constitutions of all the countries talking about, but it's Islamic's fundamental principle, that freedom of religion. For you is your religion, and for me is my religion. And many people, the modern, people are talking about, constitution as supreme. You got all these rights and freedoms and everything. Islam have given this freedom much before. Only thing is that you look back to Quran and see these are there already. We invite others to Islam, but if they refuse, we do not force them. Why do we invite? Because it's our responsibility to guide them to righteous path. And Islam is all about justice, fairness, equality, fraternity, brotherhood, compassion, kindness. So that's about Islam. So if you want to be in a righteous path, we invite you, but we do not force you. If you refuse it, your religion is your religion, my religion is my religion. So for you is your religion, and for me is my religion. Now, how can we apply this surah in your life? First and most importantly, be confident in your Islamic identity. See, if people ask you to compromise Islamic values, politely refuse, respectfully decline. Because in the modern day society, you will come across certain situations. I have seen many of my friends who are not even able to take a rented apartment just because you have a Muslim name. But still, you cannot compromise. You have to respect, you have to have confidence in your identity. If someone invite you to a non-Islamic ritual, decline with respect. Don't go. Simple as it is. And again, maintain respectful boundaries with non-Muslims. Be kind to non-Muslims. That's our responsibility. But do not engage in acts that compromise our faith. For example, working in a mixed society, of course, while maintaining halal earnings and ethics, eating halal, earning halal, right? Maintaining that ethics. Strengthen your Tawheed, that the belief in one God, there is one God, that's Allah. So learn about Islamic monotheism and remove any cultural practices that contradict it. You cannot compromise. Compromise is not possible in Islam. There is only one belief, one God, one faith, one destination for all of us. Avoid any kind of superstitions. That's not going to work out. Any kind of charms or beliefs that suggest Allah has partners. No way. So, brothers and sisters, Surah Al-Kafirun is a powerful declaration of Tawheed and religious freedom. Islam does not force belief upon anyone. There are a lot of misconceptions, misinterpretation, disbeliefs, and other things related to this, but that's not actually true. Islam is giving freedom of religion. More than constitution give you freedom of religion and faith and speech. We respect others' faith, but do not compromise our own. We firmly stand upon our faith. Success lies in staying firm on our belief. No matter the pressure from society, you will come across different scenarios where you may have to compromise. for some material benefits, but you won't do that. So let's make the commitment today that you will remain firm in your faith. You will be respectful but never compromise with others, and live Islam with sincerity and conviction. That's very important. So, see, think about this. You might have faced pressure to compromise on your faith. Have you ever faced pressure to compromise on your faith? And then, how did you handle this? Share your thoughts in the comments. And that's about this session. May Allah bless all of us. Thank you so much for joining. Share your thoughts and share the video if you like the video. Thank you so much, guys. See you in the next video.